Hello guys.
Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reacting to a trailer for Shang-Chi, something that I didn't even know was dropping today. So I don't know, I'm usually on top of most of the trailer announcements, movie news and things like that, but this one slipped right past me. I don't know if this was something that was announced earlier this week, but I have no idea. So this is a really pleasant surprise for me. I've been really hyped for this movie. I cannot wait to sink my claws into this. This is gonna be awesome, I hope. Yeah, I'll talk more at the end, but I'm really stoked for this. So let's get right into it.
I gave you 10 years to live your life. Now you see me rise. And where did that get you? You walked in my shadow. I trained you. So the most dangerous people in the world couldn't kill you. Son,
Damn, Simu looks
it's time
thick.
for you to take your place by my side.
Oh, shit.
That's not going to happen.
Oh my god, look at that.
You can't outrun who you really are.
Oh yeah.
Who are you?
She asked you a question. Who cares, man? That was cool. It's like Speed meets Spider-Man 2. Oh, this is awesome.
We make a good team.
Ooh, September 3rd. Oh my god. Yes. Yes, give me that now, please. Oh my god. I want to watch it again. Okay, so it really is, it's just a straight up teaser, and this is me going straight into my thoughts on the trailer. So this is really a tease. It doesn't show you too much. It shows you just the right amount to get you intrigued for the movie, and it doesn't show you a lot of Shang-Chi's abilities. It shows you some of just what he can do in the ring, what he can do with his fists and his legs. This is awesome, man. I'm so I'm just really happy. I'm really happy to see this kind of representation on the screen. It's really cool to see Asian faces in a Marvel film. And I know what a lot of people might say is that, you know, these Marvel movies, they're just money machines. That's pretty much all they are. But the thing is, being mainstream isn't a bad thing, especially when it comes to being represented. If anything, that means, you know, we're making leaps and bounds and maybe even just little steps, but at least we're going in a direction where we're starting to see different faces from around the world being represented in this melting pot of a country. Marvel is a company based in the country of the US, which has a huge influence over entertainment and media. Just seeing this machine of movies of Marvel, this huge company, and then seeing all of these faces that look familiar, that look similar to mine. I mean, Simu's a lot more handsome, but it's so cool. It's so cool to see this happen. I'm at a loss for words, just because it's hard to kind of believe that this is happening. It's hard to believe that there is a movie with an all Asian cast, well, mostly all Asian cast, that has a male Asian lead. And yes, it is a kung fu movie, but it's a kung fu film that seems to be taking place in the US, and it's English speaking, and it's sort of that world of, you know, I don't belong to just the US, I don't belong to just, you know, whatever country you come from in Asia. It's sort of that melting pot, like I was mentioning earlier. It's this meeting of two different cultures, and I really hope that they kind of touch on that you know, maybe this is a character that's torn from two different kind of cultures, and he has to decide. And it seems like there is some inner conflict here. It seems like he has some ties to who might be the villain in this, but maybe there will be a turn. Maybe he's not so much a villain as much as an anti-hero. Who knows? They kind of just tease the elements of what's going to happen in this movie, and I think that's really exciting. It leaves a lot of mystery. I don't know a lot about this character. I know, you know, just based off a few issues and some background knowledge, but I don't want to get all of my knowledge straight from the comics before getting into this, because who knows, I might stumble upon something that might spoil something, or I might have some opinions before going to this movie. I kind of want this to be my first experience with the character, and I think it's just because this is personally just something really big for a lot of people who are Asian living in America, or Asian living anywhere else. It's a pretty big thing when the US recognizes you and sees you and says, hey, we're going to make a movie with a bunch of people that look like you. And not only that, but it's going to be Marvel that's going to be producing and making this project, and that's a big deal. And as much as we like to poo-poo on mainstream films, as much as, you know, people like to poo-poo on Marvel not being considered cinema, it's entertainment. It's Marvel entertainment. That's kind of what their industry is all about. It's about escapism, and the fact that we get this with this character, it's really special. Yes, it's important to talk about the impact of what this means to people that look like me, people like me that have a similar background as myself, or people that aren't even Asian American, just Asian in general. Because we know Marvel's influence all over the world, globally, especially its impact in China. I know it's a huge deal for a movie like this to be made, much like it was a huge deal for Black Panther for Black audiences. I think this shouldn't be held to that degree where it's like, this is the next Black Panther. No, this is its own thing. This is much like Black Panther was its own thing. I think Marvel is just so big at this point where I think they can just diversify their storytelling, and this is just the next step. I hope that this isn't just it, you know? I hope that this isn't just the pinnacle of what representation diversity is. I want to see them go into different directions. I don't want this to be like, yes, this is it for Asian people. You know, I want it to keep continuing. I want there to be more Asian characters. I want there to be more Black characters. I want there to be more Hispanic characters, and every other single culture and ethnicity and nationality being represented. I would love that. And I hope this isn't the end. And to say anything about this movie prior to going in, saying this is going to be a cultural revolution, this is it for us Asian people, I don't want to say that, because it's too early to tell. And honestly, this shouldn't be, you know, our Everest. It shouldn't be the peak. This is just the beginning for everyone. So I am really excited for that, and it is exciting for me, for a fan of comic book stories, and for a fan of comic book movies and movies in general. I didn't need this movie to feel like I was being seen or represented, but it is exciting to see something that I have been so invested in all these years, and finally seeing an Asian face as the lead. No offense to Jimmy Woo, but you're not the lead yet. I want you to be the lead, but you're not yet. I love Simu Liu. He's a fantastic actor. If you haven't seen Kim's Convenience, please watch it. He's a great comedic actor, so I hope we get to see more of his comedic chops. I know he is a martial artist, and he does come from a finance background, but I'm pretty sure that they're not going to do finance in this movie. Maybe they will. Who knows? But I think they're going to touch on more of his martial arts expertise for sure, because that is what the character is, the master of Kung Fu. For me, it's really exciting that they got an actor who can, you know, dish out the skills, who can actually do martial arts while also being funny and while also being a very charming actor. So I think Simu was a great choice. You don't get to see a lot of his acting chops in this trailer, but it is a tease for what's coming next. We do get to see Awkwafina, and I think she's going to be in a supporting role. Keep in mind, I've stayed away from a lot of the speculations about this movie and a lot of the plot leaks and action figure leaks and whatever. It's just like, why do people leak this stuff? I don't understand why people want to be spoiled of the things that they're going to get. Just wait and soak it all in when it happens. I don't understand that. But anyways, I can't wait for this to come out. I love the cast. I mean, we have Tony Leung in here, like, who is a Asian cinema legend. It's just incredible that they got this guy, and he's going to be playing the Mandarin supposedly. So a lot of things like that, especially kind of hinting at his ties and lineage to Shang-Chi himself, but there's a lot going on in here. But I love love that bus scene towards the end of the trailer. That was just giving me so many Spider-Man 2 vibes, while also kind of being reminiscent of Speed. It just felt like not the drug, the movie, but it just felt like it was touching on all those things while also using it as a set piece in itself. And I love that it's taking place in the US for most of this trailer, but also touching on some of its Asian roots as well. I really cannot wait for them to kind of touch on both of those things, because I feel like a lot of stories about Asian characters that are produced by US production companies always have to choose between the two. It always has to be all in Asia or all in America. And I love that we're starting to see more movies that take place in both settings, because that's really what us Asian Americans kind of feel. It's like we don't belong to just one or the other, we're both. And some people are more of one than the other, or feel, like they don't belong in either. So I really hope that they touch on that cross-cultural pollination of just what does someone like this feel when they're pulled between two different cultures. I really hope that they touched on that, because I think that Simu was the right person to kind of represent that story. That's kind of what he does in Kim's Convenience. He does play a Korean character in that film, or not that film, that series, but he's not Korean himself, but he plays it so well. So yeah, I really hope that they touch on that. I hope that this story at its core isn't just about Kung Fu. I hope it's really about finding his own identity. Destin Daniel Cretton is a very personal director, and I feel like this story will unfold in a way that we don't expect it to. So we see a lot of flash, we see a lot of cool set pieces, we see a lot of the Kung Fu. That's great. But I think there's a lot more that we're gonna, hopefully see in this movie, touching on the emotional core, and I think Destin is the perfect choice for a director. Destin is a very indie filmmaker, so he doesn't really come from an action background, but from this trailer alone, it looks like he's got a firm grasp on it, or he has a bunch of great stunt choreographers, coordinators, brilliant martial artists. So I'm sure he assembled the right team to kind of do the job that he's not particularly skilled or hasn't really dabbled in before. Overall, I'm really excited for this story. I am excited to see all of the great stunt work and martial arts. It's going to be incredible. I can't get over the fact that we're getting this. And we're also going to dive deeper into the legend of the Ten Rings, or the Ten Rings terrorist group, I guess, that was established in Iron Man, the first one. Is it going to be a terrorist group, or is it going to be something else? Who knows? But I'm excited to see that unfold. Like I said, this is a teaser. It doesn't show much, but I know that there are going to be some sleuths online who are just going to dive deep into every single frame, and they'll expose a bunch of plot lines or secrets or whatever about the movie, and I'm not going to watch those because I don't want to see it. I don't want to get into the details. I want to be surprised. So I know you guys make content about it, but please refrain. If you were watching this video, I doubt you are, but please refrain from using it in your thumbnails. Please, guys, whatever plot points or spoilers you find, just keep it yourself or leave it in the video, but don't put it in the thumbnails, because trust me, I will find a way to come across it on accident, and I will hate myself, and I'll hate you for doing this to me. So please don't do that. But I know you have to run a business. I know you have to run your channel, so go about doing it. But if you can find some way to not show me those secrets, please don't do it. Like, what more can I really ask for? This is fucking cool. This is just bananas, man. I can't believe that I am seeing this happen. I need to see this in theaters. There's no way I'm not gonna not see this in theaters. I will rent out a whole theater just to watch this movie. I swear to God. Unless theaters are open normally, then I'll just watch it like a normal person, hopefully socially distanced. But come on, guys. This is cool. Right? You want this? I want this. Come on, one person who's watching this who doesn't want it, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why don't you want this? Come on. Everybody, we need a Kung Fu movie for this generation. I feel like we haven't gotten a great Kung Fu movie like this in a long time. I think House of Flying Daggers and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which they kind of allude to in this trailer, that is like the last big Kung Fu epic I remember, and it's probably not going to go on that scale and that kind of level, but who knows? There was so many hints in this trailer that they were doing stuff like that, so I'm going to shut my mouth about what I think I do know and I don't know, and just hope for the best. This is awesome, and the fact that Marvel's touching on that genre, it's crazy. It's crazy. And there's going to be naysayers saying like, oh my god, just what Asian people need right now. We're gonna do martial arts after Trump did those kung flu jokes. You think this is what we need? Shut up. First of all, this was in production long before that. And also, come on. Like, just because it's a martial art that people say like, oh, Asian people all do karate and kung fu. Yeah, just because that's a thing that people say doesn't mean we should be ashamed that it's an art form that our people have perfected over years. Like, it's something that we should be proud of. But it's also something that people shouldn't assume we just know. It's not just something that's in our blood. It's an art. It just doesn't really make sense. It's something you have to perfect and be good at. So, yes, martial arts. Don't forget the arts of it. Embrace it. Don't say that you know it, because that will be a lie if you don't. But just walk away from those people, because who needs them, right? So anyways, guys, this is really exciting. I can't wait. I'm gonna watch it again. And yeah, I'm gonna cut this video right here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction and also conversation that I had with myself. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a great day. First of all, it's sunny over here, living life. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are staying safe. Hope you guys are healthy, wealthy, and wise. And most of all, guys, thank you for watching this video. And as always, I will see you later.